Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to talk about things you may or may not know about the ellipse and rectangle tools. Now, the ellipse and rectangle tools are very, very similar tools. One is this circle shape right here, which is the ellipse tool. You can either click on this or press the L key on your keyboard to open that up. And the rectangle tool is this one that looks like a rectangle. You can either click on this tool or press the M on your keyboard to open it. But I'm going to go ahead and talk about the ellipse tool first. There are a few different items up here in the toolbar. This tool mode right here is shows you either new or edit. I think it is something like that. New or change. Sorry, new or change. And basically, if you don't have one selected, so if I hit escape and don't have this selected anymore, it would switch back to new. And once I draw an ellipse, then it becomes change because now I can change the ellipse. Yeah, very basic tool. All right, so that's that. The next thing I'm going to talk about are these three different creation tools. One's radius creation, one is diameter creation, and the other one is bounds creation. So this radius creation creates from the center out. Yeah. So you click where you want the center of your shape to be. So if I wanted it to be right here in the middle on my two, the intersection of my two lines, I could create this and it would create that circle exactly centered on those two lines. The next thing is this diameter creation. So that one goes from one side to the other. So if I were to click on here and go to the other side, right, it goes exactly from where I clicked out to the other side. I can go out in the different directions, but doesn't matter. That doesn't matter, but it's from one end to the other. That's what the diameter creation is. And the last one is bounds creation, and it goes from one corner to the next. Yeah. So if I were to show that, I had basically dragged from here to here. Those are the bounds of the circle. All right. Fair enough. Then you have a variety of different things that you can edit here. The width and height. If I wanted to make this exactly circle, I could type in the values to make sure they match exactly 472 by 472, and I get an exact circle. Or I can adjust them with these little arrows. Increase and decrease the values. The center is the actual location of the center of the circle. I can edit those values, and then the last is the rotation. This doesn't make a whole lot of sense with a perfect circle, but once I changed it, if I change the rotation, I can increase values by various degrees, and you can see it rotates around the center. Or you can just enter in any number you wanted. So if I wanted to say 33, then it would be exactly that. All right. That's that for the ellipse tool. For the rectangle tool, it works exactly the same. You have all the same elements with one exception. When you create a rectangle or a square, you can click on this button to get curved corners, and that curves the corners. And then the only other thing here is once you've hit that, without it, you don't get this. So you just get the center, width and height and rotation. But if you do click it, then you get one other thing. You get the curvature, and with that, you can increase how curved the corners are. Yeah, or how little. That's pretty much it. One other thing I wanted to mention on the ellipse tool, if you have it set like this, if you hold down the control key, you always get a perfect circle. Yeah. Let's see. I don't think that's the same for the rectangle tool. If I hold down, no, you do. You always get a perfect square as long as you've started it. If you hold down the control before you click, you always get a perfect square. Yeah. That's it. If I were to change this, right, and click on this, then I don't get a perfect square anymore. It just it binds it to be the same. But I can change it this way, and I can change it this way. So yeah, you don't get a perfect square anymore. In any case, that's how it works with the both the rectangle and the ellipse tool. I hope you found that interesting and useful, and we'll talk to you again next time when I'm going to talk about the quick shapes tool.